You only cling to that which you hold on to. Good morning and welcome to Transform Your Life in 15 Minutes. My name is McAdams. I am an author. I'm also an accounting professor and a certified life coach. I specialize in personal and small business finance and also fitness. I help people reach their goals. And I want to thank you for taking your time out to watch this live broadcast. This is where we're going to be doing 5-minute exercises, one each for the mind, the body, and the soul. All right. So today we're going to be talking about lighten up your load. Okay, so this is actually a very good time to contemplate on this as we approach the end of 2017. Can you believe it? Like in less than 3 weeks, we will already be in another year. So this is a great time to reflect on all the things that you have in your life. So we're going to be talking about lighten up the load. I want you to know that dramatic changes will happen if you make a conscious effort to only surround yourself by those high value things that you truly desire to have in your life, okay? Only those high value things that you truly desire. So I'm gonna ask you 2 questions. Number 1 is, do you find that you have just like a lot of stuff just sitting around that you don't use or that are simply taking up space? Okay, and then the second question is, do you find that you have committed yourself to these ongoing obligations that provide you with little or no value, that if you had the option to do all over again, you wouldn't even make that obligation today? All right, so now if you answer yes to one or both of those questions, then it's really time for you to lighten up your load. So today I'm going to give you 3 transformational tips that's going to help you lighten up your load, okay? Now, the first one is let go of the concept that more is better, okay? Just let it go, just out the window that more is better. This idea is going to have you like constantly striving to get more and more stuff, all right? But remember, more is not better. If you're just able to get rid of that stuff or to share it unconditionally with others, your life will be much more peaceful, okay? And what I mean by share it unconditionally, that means, having the heart to give it away. Like for instance, if it's no longer providing use to you, there may be use for something else. Like it may be an item that you don't want to throw away. It's something that you maybe spend a lot of money on or something that has sentimental value, but you're not using it. But couldn't someone else use that item? Okay, so give it away, gift it away. All right, so that's number 1. It's just let go of that concept that more is better. All right, so number 2 is going to be about lightening up your material load, okay? So starting today, just like lighten up your material load. And as you do this, you're going to find that less energy is going to be spent on things like hoarding and insuring and moving and polishing and so on, right? And again, the more you're attached to, the less you're attached to your possessions and the more that you're able to share these with others, again, your life is going to be that much more simpler, all right? So let go of the concept that more is better, and then lighten your load on your material things. Now, the third transformational tip, and remember, with these transformational tips, these are just like gems out there. Feel free to use 1, 2, or all 3 of the gems, all right? And those that you don't use right now, just kind of put in your pocket for later on. All right, so number 3. So the third one has to do with generosity, okay? So it's about understanding that people who give of their possessions and of their money, they don't do it because they have it to give per se, right? They do it because they're coming from a heart space that is attached to sharing, okay? So serving and sharing with others. And you as well can come from that same heart space by sharing of your generosity, your things, your items, your possessions, your money, your time, okay? So it's not because you necessarily have it to give. I hear a lot of people say, and I say a lot of people that I come into contact with, and when I'm, talking about sharing and giving, because one of the things that I do advocate is when I'm talking about finances, I do advocate that you give away 10% of your finances. And I say that's just a recommendation, but even if you say $10, give away something. So a lot of times people say, well, I just don't have it to give. So I want you to understand it's not about you having it to give, like you just have excess that you're giving away. That's not the heart space I'm saying coming from. I'm saying coming from a heart space of sharing and serving others, because that's what we're here to do. All right? So anyway, by learning to get rid of those non-essential, low-value items, those things that you have in your life, it's going to make room for those that have higher value in life. All right. So again, these are just little pieces of the gem The ones that you want to use, just kind of put it, use those, and the other ones just kind of put in your pocket and maybe even share it with others. All right, so that concludes our mind portion. We're now going to transition to the body, and then immediately after that, we're going to have we're going to do the meditation, okay? So as we're doing the transition, I just want to kind of talk to you for a bit and just to see how you're doing on this wonderful Tuesday morning. Give me a second here. I got to kind of unplug myself and get myself going here. Going or doing this Tuesday morning. It's been a wonderful, glorious morning, guys. I'm up like an hour early, believe it or not. And that's another thing. We talk about transforming your life. And I want you to understand that this requires, or I should say requires, this is something that you do that a lot of other people don't necessarily do, okay? So in other words, I'm doing the things that not everyone else do. So, it involves things like getting up earlier, but you're going to find that once you make the commitment to do it and you actually do it, it's easier than what you think. We've been talking a lot with transformation, particularly now as we approach the end of the year, about getting rid of those ants, those automatic negative thoughts, the limiting beliefs that we talked about yesterday. So by saying to yourself, I'm not a morning person, well, guess what? You're absolutely not a morning person. But if you just say to yourself, I am a morning person, and then set yourself up to succeed to become a morning person, you will become a morning person. But again, that's only if you want to. So understand, as I'm looking for my music here, which I didn't prepare this time. Oh yeah, I did prepare. But understand that the things that I'm talking about, if whatever is working for you is working for you, then by all means continue doing what it is that you're doing. I'm only trying to reach out to those that that want change, okay? Like in other words, they're tired of how they are in their life, or maybe they're happy with what they have, but they want something more. Because understand, in order to get something different, you have to be something different. And that's all. So if what you're doing is currently working for you, then again, just kind of take these little gems and put in your pocket, or maybe share it with others. But if it's something that you can use, then by all means, feel free to use it. Okay, so now that I got my music ready, we're going to move on to the second portion. Again, this is going to be the yoga. And for these next two, I invite you to participate, meaning join in with me and do the yoga. It's only going to take 5 minutes, and immediately after that, we're going to do a 2-minute meditation exercise. All right, so before you get started, always get yourself centered, grounded, and aligned by taking your 3 deep Ujjayi breaths. And I just kind of want to talk a little bit more about Ujjayi breaths because I haven't done so in a while. Ujjayi breathing, in case you're wondering, is that full diaphragmatic breathing. This is the breathing that when you inhale, your abdominal is going to expand out, okay, as your diaphragm starts to move up its way toward the chest cavity. And as your abdominal expand out, as you continue inhaling, your chest is going to also expand out as well. All right, that's on the inhale. And then as you exhale, and this is through your mouth, so usually I'm inhaling through my nose and exhaling through my mouth. Then as you exhale, your chest is going to collapse and your abdomen is going to go in. Okay, so that's the full diaphragmatic breathing. And as you're breathing, you're just again going internally, getting yourself centered, grounded, and aligned. And what I usually do is I usually focus on my third eye. Okay, so right in here, and this is with my eyes closed. I'm focusing on my third eye. And again, I'm just concentrating on getting centered, grounded, and aligned. Once you do that, then I want you to set your intention on what it is that you want to accomplish for this next 5 minutes. Okay, and then now you're ready to go. So without further ado, go ahead and meet me on the mat. So we're going to start off in tabletop. So you're on your hands and knees with your palms directly underneath your shoulders, your knees directly underneath your hips. Head is natural extension of your spine. Now you're going to draw the breath in. And as you exhale, I want you to drop your chin down to your chest and I want you to round your spine and tuck your tailbone under. As you inhale, your head and chest comes forward, arch your back. Stick your tailbone out toward the back of the room. Belly button goes down toward the mat, and as you exhale again, draw the chin down to your chest, round through the spine. Again, inhale, head and chest comes forward. And then this time as you exhale, we're going to curl those toes under and take it to downward facing dog. And just start to pedal your legs. This is Adho Mukha Savasana. Your head is in alignment with your bicep. You're pressing your shoulders down and away from your ears. And again, we're patting our legs, just kind of warming up the body. Just kind of do what feels comfortable for you. So you can take the hips side to side, just kind of stretch the sides. All right, go ahead and return back to the center. Now as we inhale, we're going to draw the knees, both knees down toward the mat. And as you exhale, I want you to extend those legs. Press your chest toward your thighs, your knees. Relax those shoulders. Let's do that again. As you inhale, draw those knees down toward the mat. And as you exhale, extend the legs. Get a nice long stretch from your tailbone down toward the heels. Now this time, I want you to bend the knees and draw them all the way down toward the mat. And then I want you to cross your ankles, either right over left or left over right, doesn't really matter. Then I want you to slowly walk your palms in and come to your tailbone. Extend those legs out from underneath you. And again, keep your feet hip distance apart. Lifting up nice and tall with your chest. Catch your hands on the outer part of your thighs. And then draw your breath in. I'm trying to scoot up on my mat so I don't run out of space here. And as you exhale, I want you to slowly round down, taking it one vertebrae at a time onto the mat. Now kind of bring your feet in, palms are facing down, draw the breath in. Make sure your back is like nice and flat on the mat. And on the exhale, I want you to bring that right knee into your chest. Kind of pull it in and just kind of rotate clockwise. Just massaging that sacrum. And then maybe reverse it. Just kind of take your time. Use your breath, nice deep ujjayi breath. Return it back to the center, just kind of pull it into your body. And as you exhale, extend that leg all the way out. Inhale again. This time as you exhale, the opposite knee comes into your chest. And again, just go ahead and massage the sacrum. Just doing your full, little small circles. And then reverse. All right, return back. Draw it into your chest on the inhale, and as you exhale, extend it all the way out. Now, inhale again. This time as you exhale, bring both knees into your chest. And then exhale, release them over your hip. Do that again. And release. One more time. This time as you exhale, you draw the knees in. I want you to lift your forehead up toward the mat and bring it up toward those knees. And then release. And then take those knees over your hip. Now take your arms out to the side, palms are facing down, and I want you to draw your breath in. And as you exhale, I want you to lower your knees over toward the right as your head goes in the opposite direction. I forgot to do a camera check to see if you can actually see me, so I hope you can, that I'm not on the camera. I think I'm good. All right, as you inhale, your head and knees come back to the center, and then as you exhale, your knees go over toward the opposite side, and your head goes over toward the right. Now try to keep both of your shoulder blades pressed firmly against the mat. And remember, use your breath, nice deep ujjayi breaths. Give a nice long extension from fingertips to fingertips. Let's do that one more time just because it feels good. On the inhale, return back to the center. And as you exhale, take the knees over toward the right, and the head goes in the opposite direction. Now I want you to take the right hand and just kind of press it on top of that left thigh. On the inhale, head and knees return back to the center. And as you exhale, knees go over toward the left, head goes over toward the right. This time, that left hand comes on top of the right thigh. Just giving a nice gentle stretch on the spinal twist. Right, head and knees return back to the center. Again, as you exhale, bring the knees into your chest, forehead goes up toward the knees. And then release it down. Now, rock your body forward 3 times. And on the 3rd time, you're going to hold it up. And then go ahead and release your feet down. Bring your body forward. Take your feet out toward the edges of the mat. And then release the tailbone down toward the mat. You want to clasp your palms together at the heart center. We're into Malasana. Go ahead and bow your head down. Give some gratitude. And then release the palms down to the mat and then take them behind you as you slowly start to transition yourself into a comfortable seated position facing forward. Again, making sure that you're on your sits bones and off the fleshy part of your bottom, sitting up nice and tall. As we inhale, we're going to take the arms up overhead. And as we exhale, release the fingertips down toward the mat. Again, nice deep breath, inhaling through your nose. And as you exhale, release the fingertips all the way down toward the mat. One more time. Nice deep breath. This time we're going to bring in all that positive energy. We're going to greet the palms together at the top. And as we exhale, bring them down to the heart center. And namaste. All right, thank you for taking the time to meditate, to do yoga with me. Now we're going to move on to the meditation. So feel free to stay in your nice, comfortable seated position, or if you're just joining me, or if you prefer to be in a chair, then go ahead and sit in the chair. Just make sure that your shoes are off and that your feet are grounded onto the floor. So what we're going to be doing now for the next 2 minutes, I forgot to turn that light off, that's okay. For the next 2 minutes, we're going to be doing a meditation exercise. And guys, I promise you, this is like a beginner way of meditating. And I'm doing it for 2 minutes, but if you have time, if you don't have 2 minutes, which why wouldn't you have 2 minutes? But if you don't have 2 minutes, you can try it for 1 minute. Again, it's about being consistent and not giving up on yourself, okay? But this 2-minute exercise is a drill that I promise if you do at least twice a day, okay? At once now with me, and then later on at your leisure. 2 minutes a day, I guarantee you're going to see tremendous changes in your life, okay? Seriously, tremendous changes. And I can't stress that enough. Whether the change is going to be, I can't tell you that. I can't. It's going to be individualized, but I guarantee you, I can literally guarantee you, okay? And it's a money-back guarantee. All right, so anyway, so what we're going to be doing now is for the next 2 minutes, after we, of course, get ourselves centered, grounded, and aligned, and setting our intention, you're going to be breathing normally for 2 minutes, okay? You're not going to manipulate your breath in any shape, form, or fashion. You're just going to breathe as you normally would. But as you're breathing, I want you to count your exhales, okay? So you're going to focus on your breath, and you're going to count your exhales, starting with the number 1 and just counting all the way up to number 10, okay? And I say number 10 because a lot of times you won't get up to number 10. All right, so as you're counting at any time during your focus, if your mind becomes distracted by either outside noises or internal noises known as thoughts, then I want you to first acknowledge those distractions, okay? So acknowledge what it is that's distracted you, and then I want you to redirect your focus back to your breath and begin counting again, but start all over with a count of 1, okay? So, for example, let's say that you're in the midst of meditating, and then you get up to, let's say, count number 3, and then all of a sudden you remember, oh yeah, I got to do this. Then acknowledge what it is that you have to do, okay? Then redirect your focus, your attention back to your breath, and then start all over, but you're going to start all over with a count of 1, okay? And again, be patient, be kind with yourself. This is a practice. Meditation is a practice. Okay, I've been meditating for a while now, and I still do this 2-minute breathing exercise, and I don't always do it completely for the 2 minutes. Okay, so I want you to be patient, be kind with yourself, and I want you to also be positive by saying to yourself that you can do this. If you're starting off with some ants already, then guess what? It's not going to work. All right, so go ahead and take your 3 deep Ujjayi breaths, inhaling through your nose, and exhaling through your mouth. Again, nice deep breath. Inhaling through your nose. And exhaling through your mouth. One more time. Deep breath. Inhaling through your nose. And this time as you exhale, I want you to close your eyes and begin counting. All right, go ahead and release, relax, return, refreshed, and calm. You've done something good for yourself today. All right, thank you for taking the time to meditate with me, and also thank you for taking the time to watch this Transform Yourself in 15 minutes. And guys, again, please share this information. It's coming toward the end of the year, and there's a lot of people, that can use this information. So please remember, sharing is caring. Now, for your word for today is smooth. I want you to have a smooth day, and I will see you the same time tomorrow. Bye.